Unfortunately, I get a lot of calls from clients who first went to another lawyer, and they realized too late that they didn't know what they were doing. In the meantime, evidence is lost. Statements were made that shouldn't have been given. Um, Procedural tactics were employed that shouldn't have been, or procedural tactics that should have been employed were missed. One of the really unfortunate common mistakes that a non-admiralty attorney makes is, if it's a cruise ship claim, most attorneys understand the statute of limitations. Well, it's a 2-year statute of limitations generally, which means that if you don't file suit within that 2-year period of time, your claim is forever barred. In admiralty, the statute of limitations is 3 years. However, and this is what people don't know, the cruise ships are entitled to put in their passage contract, in the fine print on the ticket on the back, a provision that limits your time to file suit to within 1 year. If someone comes to me after that 1-year period of time, unfortunately at that point in time their only case is against their lawyer, not against the cruise line. So that's a very common example of action that needs to be taken in an appropriate period of time. Also, another area is limitation of liability. In admiralty, there's a peculiar rule that allows vessel owners to attempt to limit their liability to the value of the vessel after the wreck. So in the case of the Titanic, for example, which was a very famous limitation of liability case, White Star Line tried to limit their entire liability to the value of the remaining lifeboats. I've never once been defeated by limitation of liability. And even in negotiating settlements, a lot of defense admiralty attorneys will attempt to bully the non-admiralty attorneys into accepting a settlement or valuing the case based upon the prospect of limitation of liability. Limitation of liability does not in any way affect my valuation of a case. I just look completely past it, do the necessary steps to defeat it, and move on.